Just when we thought 2024 couldn't get any more dramatic, the internet is absolutely shook over what's happening with Angela Blac Chyna White. And let me tell you, this story has more twists and turns than a roller coaster. So here we are, watching Blac Chyna's supposed Christian transformation these past few months, thinking she's really turned over a new leaf with her whole Angela White rebrand. She's been giving us church vibes, positive energy, and that whole changed woman narrative. But honey, according to these new allegations, it might have all been a carefully crafted illusion. And who do we have stepping into this already scalding hot tea party? None other than Thee Stallion herself. Yes, you heard that right. Meg just dropped the most unexpected bomb by supporting some seriously concerning allegations about Chyna's activities in Dubai. Y'all, 2024 started messy, but it's about to get messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. Let's dive deeper into this pool of drama, because one of Chyna's alleged victims has been fighting for justice since 2022, and she is not letting up. This brave soul has made it crystal clear she won't rest until Chyna faces consequences for what allegedly happened. And the speculation? Some are saying this whole situation might have something to do with those child support checks from Rob Kardashian and Tyga not quite covering the lifestyle she's trying to maintain. The plot thickens, doesn't it?
I don't have time to go into the details, but Chyna and I met on Instagram. As you can see, we were DMing. I ended up sending her my number. She FaceTimed me at 3 a.m. LA time. My best friend, Alex Marker, was on the FaceTime call as well. As you can see, Blac Chyna follows my best friend, Alex Marker, on Instagram. So while Chyna was FaceTiming with me and Alex, she invited me over to her house at 4 a.m. In hindsight, going to Blac Chyna's house at 4 a.m. was probably stupid, but I'm me, I love a good adventure, and come on, who's gonna turn down going to Blac Chyna's house and meeting Dream Kardashian? Long story short, I get there, I have to sign an NDA, but this NDA was unlike any other NDA I've ever signed in my life. I had to put down all kinds of identifying features about myself on this NDA, like my eye color, my hair color, my height, what I was wearing. I was like, okay, this is really strange. Right after I signed the NDA is when Chyna very intimidatingly said, all the stories you read about me kidnapping people are true. Now, I've never seen any stories about Chyna kidnapping people. I read them after this happened to me. I got a gut feeling I was in danger, but there was nothing I could do because I was in a gated home. I couldn't unlock the gate and get out. This is the only photo I have from inside Chyna's house. It was in her guest house, like a sign. My phone was on 3% and she wouldn't let me charge it, so there was really nothing I could do. I was really screwed. For 6 hours, Chyna held me hostage. She drank an entire bottle of Casamigos in front of me. She wouldn't let me be alone. Every time she had to use the bathroom, she would make me go into the bathroom with her. She took in front of me. She forced me to take a wet towel and wipe off all of my makeup. She was doing weird things all night, like comparing our hand sizes and trying on my shoes. She kept telling me that I had to stay until 10 a.m. because that's when Dream was going to be out of the home, and she was going to go crazy on me at 10 a.m. She kept saying things like that. I really didn't know what was going on. She kept saying things like, I'll be honest with you about what's going on here once you're honest with me. At about 9:45 a.m., Chyna FaceTimed some woman named Donna, who told me she was in the industry on FaceTime. And
now let me spill all the tea about how this scandal first bubbled up back in 2022. A TikToker known as AAL Police dropped a video that had everyone's jaws on the floor. This wasn't just any old expose. We're talking about a full 2 minutes of shocking allegations that sent shockwaves through social media. According to AAL's account, Chyna invited her to her Los Angeles house at, wait for it, 4 o'clock in the morning. The supposed reason? A music collaboration. But honey, if what AAL says is true, there wasn't going to be any music making that night. The story she tells is absolutely chilling. Here's where it gets really concerning. AAL claims that once she arrived, she quickly realized this had nothing to do with music. Instead, she alleges that she found herself in an incredibly uncomfortable situation involving some questionable older men. Y'all, my heart is racing just sharing this. The details get even more disturbing. According to AAL, Chyna kept asking her inappropriate questions about her identity and previous work experience. When she answered honestly, she claims everyone on Chyna's FaceTime call started laughing and making unsettling comments. Can you imagine how terrifying that must have been? But wait, it gets worse. AAL says when she tried to leave and her Uber arrived, Chyna allegedly pulled her into the bathroom and shut the door, trying to convince her to stay. She claims there were 2 men standing guard outside that bathroom door. The only reason she says she managed to escape? Chyna allegedly became too intoxicated to stop her. And before anyone starts questioning whether this is just attention-seeking behavior, AAL came with receipts. She submitted text messages between herself and Chyna to federal authorities when she finally got away. The internet exploded when these allegations hit social media. Suddenly, more people started coming forward with their own stories, and honey, the pattern they described was disturbing. According to these accounts, Chyna had allegedly been recruiting young women from nightclubs and sliding into random girls' DMs with compliments and invitations to meet up. Listen to what one person shared. "I absolutely believe her. This isn't the first time she's been spotted scouting young girls at clubs. Remember that incident at the hotel? Ask any of the bottle girls or bartenders in LA. They all know the truth. Never accept drinks from her or agree to party with her." The warnings were loud and clear. Another social media user dropped this bomb. "These allegations actually make sense to me because I once noticed Blac Chyna had viewed my Instagram story. I'm literally nobody special, but I think she saw my profile picture and got interested because I looked young and pretty." Now, if that doesn't send chills down your spine.
Works to people's advantage because when I did come forward, a lot of people didn't believe me. If you do your research on crimes like this, many of the victims are homeless, addicts, they're trying to gain something. It's not like these women just get kidnapped off the street and forced into it, they're to it. People pick women that no one will believe. In the court of public opinion, you know, someone's not going to believe the drug addict, drunk woman, or the woman with the bad clout chasey reputation. You know, they're gonna believe the person who did the crime. If you look at the Diddy cases, like so many of these people were introduced to him because they were trying to get a leg up in the music industry. It's very, very scary. It was hard for me to come on the internet and tell you guys this story, but last time I did, it actually helped a lot of women, and a lot of women ended up messaging me with very similar stories about her. The one woman even sent me proof of everything, and like the way Chyna was texting her was extremely similar to how I was being texted. Chyna was calling her her new little sis. Their stories are not my story to tell. To the women watching these videos, if you went through something similar, whether it was with Chyna or any celebrity, anyone, be brave. Be brave and tell it. If I can do it, you can do it too. I think I am going to take a little break from the lore videos for a couple of days because this was hard to tell. And I do not know what is going to happen to me because I spoke out again. In a couple of days, I'll be back with part 65 because my self-destruction really did not end here. I hated myself after this. I was so deeply ashamed. I was so angry at myself for putting myself in this situation. I hated the way I looked. You know, I was scared that I looked like a man, and she thought I was transgender because I was ugly. It was just so hard for me to deal with. I spiraled into such a deep depression. I ended up gaining 40 pounds. I dated the wrong people. I just made stupid choices. I didn't learn to love myself until 2023. But the story doesn't end here. I will hopefully be back in a few days.
Of course, when these allegations started spreading like wildfire, Chyna's team went into full damage control mode. They denied everything faster than you can say crisis management. According to TMZ, her legal team sent AAL a cease and desist letter, claiming that everything she said was false, extreme, and outrageous. But here's where it gets interesting. That cease and desist might have kept things quiet for a minute, but honey, when it expired, AAL came back with guns blazing. She dropped more videos explaining exactly why she believes Chyna specifically targets young, impressionable social media influencers. According to AAL, it's because Chyna knows these girls are less likely to be believed if they come forward, due to preconceived notions about social media personalities. And the receipts? Oh, they kept coming. AAL shared multiple screenshots showing messages from other alleged victims of Chyna's supposed schemes. She was practically begging these other women to come forward with their stories.
I am doing this series called My Lore on TikTok, where I'm just like deep diving my entire life story and explaining like my actions and things I went through. I was taking a break from the series for a couple of days because I just got to the part in like my life story where I reported Blac Chyna to the LAPD and FBI because I think she was trying to trap me. And I saw Megan Thee Stallion commented on one of my videos about her. Megan, I was always on your side during the Tory Lanez thing. Like, I am so happy you're okay. I always believed you. If you have information about what Chyna's doing and stuff, please speak out. I was very shocked to see you commented, but I feel like you did for a reason.
Now here's where this already explosive situation gets even more wild. Megan Thee Stallion herself dropped into the comments of AAL's TikTok videos, showing support with a bunch of emojis. Y'all, this was not on anybody's 2024 bingo card. I mean, since when do Meg and Chyna even have any connection? This came completely out of left field. When AAL noticed Meg's support, she was quick to make another video thanking her and encouraging her to share whatever information she might have. Because, let's be real, if someone like Megan Thee Stallion is confident enough to publicly support these allegations, she must know something we don't. And here's what's really got people talking. Meg hasn't backtracked or tried to deny anything. Usually when celebrities make controversial comments, their PR teams are quick to pull the "I was hacked" card, looking at you, Miss Tina, but Meg has been standing firm in her apparent support of AAL's claims. Even more telling, Chyna, who was quick to send out cease and desist letters before, has been suspiciously quiet about Meg's involvement. The silence is deafening, honey. Everyone's waiting with bated breath for Tokyo Toni, Chyna's mom, to enter the chat because we all know how she gets when someone comes for her daughter. As one social media user put it, Tokyo's about to go on the most unhinged rant for a week. And honestly, based on her track record, they're probably right. The internet has been buzzing with people bringing up past incidents, including a particularly disturbing story about an alleged situation at a hotel. According to some social media users, there was a video showing a young woman being held in a hotel room against her will, crying and screaming while her friends tried to help her. Apparently, they only let her go when her friends started recording, but that video has mysteriously disappeared from the internet. But amidst all the drama and speculation, some level-headed observers are trying to keep the focus where it belongs. As one commenter pointed out, it's weird how everyone's focused on Meg's involvement when there's a serious situation right in front of us that needs attention. We need to pay attention when people are brave enough to tell their stories. The reactions to this whole situation have been mixed, to say the least. Some people are shocked and concerned, while others are skeptical of the timing, especially given Chyna's recent public image transformation. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Between Meg's unexpected involvement, Chyna's suspicious silence, and the possibility of more victims coming forward, 2024 is serving up more drama than all the reality TV shows combined. The questions keep piling up. What really happened in that house? Why is Meg suddenly involved? What does she know? Will more victims come forward? Will Tokyo Toni unleash her infamous social media rants? And perhaps most importantly, will there be any legal consequences? As this story continues to unfold, one thing's certain: the internet will be watching every single move. We're all on the edge of our seats waiting to see what happens next in this absolutely wild situation. Will Chyna's Christian rebrand survive these allegations? Will Meg spill more tea? Will Tokyo Toni defend her daughter? Only time will tell. But you better believe we'll be here to catch every single drop of tea as it spills. Stay tuned, because something tells me this drama is just getting started. And remember, y'all, sometimes the people who present the most perfect image on social media might be hiding the darkest secrets behind those carefully filtered photos. Keep your eyes open and your notifications on, because this story is definitely going to have more chapters. Now it's your turn. What do you think about all this drama? Are you Team AAL, Team Chyna, or are you just here for the mess like the rest of us? Whatever side you're on, one thing's for sure: 2024 has already gave us enough drama to last a whole decade. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.